Hello again, welcome to the channel. My name is Dina. Growing house plants with extra long vines need a bit more care than shorter vines. Plants like the heartleaf philodendron and variegated string of hearts can grow quite long if you give them the right conditions. When most of my houseplants are struggling with the cold, my variegated string of hearts, one of my favorite vining plants, give me hope and keep me going. So in this video, I'll share some plant care tips to keep your variegated string of hearts with extra long vines healthy and beautiful as it grows. If you love indoor gardening, houseplant care, or are obsessed with Ceropegia, woodii, variegata, you won't want to miss this. The variegated string of hearts grows pretty quickly, especially during the growing season. Indoor vines can reach up to 4 meters long. But if you grow it outdoors or in a greenhouse with lots of sunlight and care, it can grow even longer, several feet in a year. I've been keeping an eye on the vines and trimmed them to make them shorter and bushier. I also took some cuttings and shared them with friends. I think I trimmed about 3 feet length, and guess what? It's grown back even longer. Look at all these vines. You can let your string of hearts grow really long and it can look stunning when you do. The long vines create a draping waterfall effect when hanging. Long vines can be wrapped around trellises, hoops, or shelves. They're great for propagating. Long vines give you lots of nodes for cuttings. But there are just a few things to keep in mind with long vines. Long vines are delicate and can tangle easily or break if moved carelessly, so coil or drape the vines gently and avoid moving the pot too often. The plant might seem a bit leggy at the top because it's all about growing the vines. Here's what you can do. Regularly prune and propagate the plant by taking cuttings and planting them back into the pot. This will make the plant look fuller and more lush. Alternatively, you can gently loop the vines back into the soil, pin them down, and watch as the nodes root. This will fill out the top of the plant and make it look lush and full. If you spot any tubers, gently press them into the soil, making sure they're partially buried and still connected, and they'll start growing new shoots and fill out the plant. If hanging, the top of the plant gets light, but the long lower vines may turn yellow if they are in darkness for too long. So position it so the whole plant gets bright indirect light, like near a window, for example, or skylight, and turn the pot regularly for even growth. With its long vines, it's super important to make sure the roots are healthy and strong. They're like the plant's backbone and they need to be strong to support the whole thing. I've got my plant in a store-bought succulent mix. This mix is fantastic for drainage and aeration, and the pot has enough drainage holes to prevent the potting soil from getting waterlogged. Now, long vines don't mean I have to water it more often. I water the plant when the top inch of soil feels dry. In winter, when it grows slower and is more prone to root rot, I water less often. But I don't want the soil to be too dry either, especially in the summer, because it can lead to vine dieback, especially on the lower sections. Keep an eye out for pests. Long vines can hide sneaky critters like spider mice or mealybugs. If you spot any damage to the leaves like yellowing, curling, drooping vines, or stunted growth, it might be a sign of pest trouble. Take a close look at the top and bottom of the leaves and stems, but they're tiny, so you might need your phone's camera zoom or a magnifying glass. If you spot any, isolate the plant, treat early, and make sure there's good air circulation around it. I've heard that neem oil mix can be used as a treatment on variegated string of hearts, and I've been using it on my other plants, but I haven't tried it on this plant yet. Long mature vines are more likely to bloom. It might take a couple of years for them to reach maturity. My variegated string of hearts had a few when it was about 4 feet long. The flowers are small, tubular, and pink-purple, like tiny lanterns. You have to look closely to see these flowers, but I think they're quite pretty. To get my plant to bloom, I gave it as much light as I could. Cooler nights and a slightly root-bound pot can help it bloom as well. And don't worry about giving it more fertilizer because it's not a heavy feeder. So I only used a little bit of liquid fertilizer in the warmer months. The Variegated String of Hearts is a lovely plant to give as a gift. It's great that it's easy to propagate. I've made a video showing different ways you can propagate this plant, so check it out as well. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite vining plant. Don't forget to subscribe for more indoor gardening tips. Enjoy growing your Variegated String of Hearts. Have a great day and see you in my next video.